We bought this Ranger for $500 and we're gonna race it 500 miles through the deserts of Mexico.
In order to have a chance of finishing and not dying, we've had to upgrade our little Ranger a little bit. We've done suspension, brakes, wheels, tires, and a crate LSX. Holy but the current state of our interior makes the truck impossible to drive.
We don't even have any seats. So we have two major objectives with our upgrades today.
Number one, make this desert ready. Of course, we got a steering wheel and some seats, but we're gonna need a few other odds and ends like communications and navigation to make sure this thing is race ready.
Number two, make this thing safe. Our LSX here makes 453 horsepower. We're not gonna test all that power until we're confident that we won't die if we crash it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
80 miles an hour. Oh.
Altogether, we've spent $18,000 on interior parts to get this truck ready to race. This thing's gonna be safe and steezy.
Yeah, it is.
We got a lot of work to do.
Dude, I'm in build mode right now.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh.
First thing we're gonna be working on is the cage. And for that, we need to take the windshield out. Oh, nice. We're also gonna have to take off this steering column air conditioning doohickey. It's pretty interesting that they put all of it into one. This has gotta come off and then we'll be good. As usual, this is another massive job, and we only have a few days to get it done before we go back to the desert. So we brought in our friend Mike Day for a little bit of help.
So once again, I've been tasked with the fabrication on this. We have a pretty nice pre-bent cage and everything's laser notched and everything like that. So the first thing we're gonna do is cut out all of this structure, this front support, the rear back here, because the cage tucks up pretty far. A lot of cutting, yeah, definitely a lot of cutting.
We got everything mocked out here on the floor, and we got some good news. Looks like we've got all the parts we're supposed to have, just need to be put in and welded together, which we can do, especially because we got Mike Day here. But before we do that, I need to do something very important. First try, right? Whoa. Okay, now that that's done, we can start working on the truck.
I gotta do some manual labor today. Feeling pretty good, feeling frisky. Gotta drill out some fat rivets so we can make way for what?
We're just starting with this lower bar that goes parallel to the frame down here. It is gonna totally replace that body mount at the back on both sides. Just a few more rivets to drill out.
Can you go forward or is it locked in?
That's it.
Yeah, it's just still like a little off. So I think we chop that. This rock slider right here is really kind of the foundation on which the rest of the cage is built on top of, yeah?
Yeah, so this bolts the side of the frame, all the cage lands on it, so it's really our starting point.
It's a little different because on some of the other cages you built for us, we have those kind of just flat plates that you've welded to and everything like that.
This is just a lot stronger for this type of thing. Everything else has been a unibody car we've been putting the cage in. This is way heavier, you're going over way bigger stuff, and your chance of rolling is way higher. You have to mean it a lot more with a cage with this.
We're just getting it to, we're just having fun. We got the lower cap bars on now. Just kind of jumping on it to settle it down, make sure everything's in the right place, and then we can proceed.
From in here and out.
That way?
Yeah. Watch out, everything's like lethal sharp up there. So that should fit, and this guy should do this.
Opa!
We've got basically all the main tubes in, all the stuff that punches through the floor. A couple clicks, and then we're probably pretty close. Yeah. We're just basically pinching this bar because it's not quite enough tension until we tack everything. We're gonna need more ratchet straps.
Yeah.
To celebrate Donut's new partnership with Hankook, I'm gonna set the world record for longest distance a guy has been shot through a Hankook Dynapro tire. A record previously set by my grandfather, Seamus Pumphrey Sr. back in 1941. Here's looking at you, Gramps. Hankook's Dynapro series combines on-road drivability with great off-road traction. You know what I'm talking about!
I do, James Pumphrey. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
They're designed with out-of-this-world protection against punctures, so nowhere's off limits.
That's right, Jane. He's flying mile after mile, which is what we've come to expect with Dynapro tires. They've got the best off-road mileage warranty this reporter has ever seen.
Excuse me, do you know the way to Donut? People have trusted Hankook tires for 83 years to keep them safe on and off the road. They're high performance without sacrificing on-road comfort, which is good for me because to learn more about Hankook Dynapro tires, click the link below.
All right, so while the boys are fabbing up the cage, I've been tasked with the duty to figure out communications and navigation. That's gonna be super important when we're out in the middle of the desert. We want people to know where we are and where we're going. So I got everything laid out here. I'm gonna test it first off the truck before I install it, just to make sure everything works good. This little box right here, this is our comm link. So this will allow us to have communication between driver and co-driver. This allows us to talk to people on the same channel. So we got a big antenna here. This will go on the truck. Another follow vehicle will have the exact same system. And we also have this line filter because the engine is producing voltage off the alternator. You can get some static. So we're running that. That works great.
This thing smells kind of weird. Oh, it makes a cool little noise when I push it.
Well, push and talk.
Hello. It's just going, whee!
Yeah, I hear that too. Keep talking, keep talking,
Talk.
keep talking.
Oh yeah, talk. I know how to talk. I remember.
Okay, now keep.
Oh, now I hear you.
Now you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, go far. Okay, I can hear you in the headset for sure. We're gonna have to bump the volume up though.
Yeah, dude. I need hearing aids.
Because I can't hear.
With these radios, they gotta be.
Oh, okay. That's the problem.
Oh, we were just too far?
Can't have it here. No, it's gotta be like up against your mouth.
You're eating the microphone.
That's how it is.
Can you hear me breathing? We are all wired up and it works. So once the cage gets installed, we'll install all this in the truck and we'll be ready to rock.
Got a couple tacks in place. Hopefully none of these tubes come crashing down. All right. Hey, no concussions yet. Huh? Tubes. Tubes. Next thing I'm gonna do is mark and cut the roof off this thing. We're gonna do that because we have to weld the top of all those joints.
You're just going straight from the windshield all the way back?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was a $500 Ranger, right?
Dude, welcome to Mike Day world, dude. Whoa, that looks sick as hell.
I know it's intimidating, but with the roof off, look how much space we have to finish weld everything. Give us all the access we need to make a nice, safe cage.
All right, with that, the roll cage is pretty much done. So now it's time to do the seats. We ordered a set of Sparco QRT large size seat. They're gonna be perfect for what we're doing with this truck. They are not only dust resistant, but they're water resistant, they're fire retardant, they're FIA approved. Normally, when you go to do seats in anything, it's a bit of a struggle. You got a bunch of parts that need to go together and they kind of are floppy until they're all put together. So I expect a struggle. The first thing that we noticed is that the brackets that we have are a bit too tall. They put our head right into the roll cage. So those are gonna have to get shorter.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little high. What we're gonna do is cut off the legs at each corner and then cut the equal amount of length out of them at all four corners. This entire debacle, modifying these brackets and getting it to fit, may have been avoided had Sparco themselves actually produced seat mounts for their seats in this particular platform. Unfortunately, could not find those, so that's why we had to go with a Corbeau seat mount. I'm not sure if Corbeau intended for this to be in a truck with a cage. You know, the cage takes a significant amount of headroom out of your build. Oh, that's half an inch right there. Ooh, maybe 1/3 then. Ooh, Jerry's tall. The legs have been modified. The bracket has also been modified. Chopped off over 2 inches from the legs here, and I think this is probably about as low as I'm gonna go. Dude, this thing's sweet. Look how much lower this is now.
Hot. They're much lower now, just fitting the sliders on the seats to those brackets, which is always super fun. It never sucks, and it's always super fun and works immediately. The hardware that we've got holding the brackets to the sliders is much too long and is gonna run straight into the bolt heads that are holding the sliders to the bracket. You could make the argument that we shouldn't even have sliders at all, which would make this all a little bit easier. But because this is a company where a bunch of people work that would like to drive the cars, it's not just for one person. If it's for one person, you put the seat in one place. But that's selfish, that's right. And we're not selfish.
To the welding table. Let's try that.
I like it. No one can get up in it like this, like he likes. Jerry can be back here like he likes. It's coming along.
Or is it?
So it looks like we might have some interference between our I-beam and our oil pan. So we're gonna jack up that beam and see if it makes contact with the oil pan. If it does, that's not good. But also good that Mike spotted it, because all it would take would be one hard punch of this I-beam into that oil pan, oil goes everywhere, engine goes yeah, okay, yeah it does. Dude, that would be a nasty hit. I could just imagine us going to Cal City, sending it once, and whatever poor soul's in the car, what'd you do? What'd you do?
Lovely noises. Lovely noises.
We're gonna pull the pan out. We're gonna cut out that area. I've already marked a spot to give it a little extra space so we know for sure it's gonna have clearance in the future. I'm gonna cut a new template, weld that in, make sure it doesn't leak, then we can throw the pan back in and make sure it's good to go.
It's something like that.
Hopefully. This part kinda sucks. There we go. All right, we've got the pan back in with its modifications. We're gonna pull this shock, cycle it back up again, and make sure we are good for real. Bump stop fully compressed. We are clear.
Nice.
All right, so now that we know where our seats are going, it's time for a pretty fun part of any build, and that's customizing the interior or tailoring it to your liking. So we're just deciding where to mount things, like the steering wheel, also our digital dash and our GPS system. We're just trying to make it all useful and reachable by both people in the vehicle. And, you know, a lot of debating and like, oh, is that better? Oh, is this better? Oh, I'd like to reach over there better, which is fun, you know? There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. There's just one right answer. You know what I mean, right?
Words good today. Good words today. Very good.
Thank you. We got a Sparco steering wheel. It's obviously gonna steer the truck, but it's also gonna integrate into some of our other bits and bobs that we got, like our comm system. We have these buttons on the wheel, and instead of nitrous, this is gonna be push to talk, so we can talk to Race Central or our team outside of the truck, and keep your hands on the wheel while you're driving. And it's gonna look cool while it does it. Okay, there we go.
Yeah?
It's a little tilted forward, but it gives you knee room. Yeah, how's your visibility? Can you see the road?
Yeah, you can. It's about perfect.
The steering wheel is gonna go there-ish. Didn't see that one coming.
Sorry.
More importantly, the GPS nav stuff is all gonna go in the passenger side. Passenger's gonna be responsible for keeping us from getting lost.
Okay, can you see it?
Oh yeah, I can see everything.
Yeah. Mark that there.
And then the radio will be somewhere like this, we think, so that we can both access it. And we keep this area pretty open for...
If you want to extend your legs, we're pretty tall boys.
Yeah, chuck a leg up there,
Chuck a
other one
leg
goes
up
out the
there,
window.
out the window.
And we just cruise across the finish line in first. Let us cook.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so that ends up like that, and this angle like that, so we'll be like this.
It's a spicy sounding welder. Sounds good. Our little panel down here is ready to go. I'm gonna put our master power switch, thank you, right here. Great. And then our little switch panel here, that'll look really nice. Job and Jerry crushed it, dude. Don't even have to look at it. Just boom, start button, ready to go.
Next thing I'm gonna be focusing on is our fire suppression system. Got this from Sparco for about 500 bucks, and you know, it does what it says. It's a fire extinguishing setup that both the driver and the passenger can trigger by pulling a lever, and it'll squirt fire extinguisher goo onto places where we put. So we've got these metal lines that will kind of run throughout the cab, point in a couple important spots like our bodies. So if a fuel line bursts and we start a huge fire, or if Jerry's magnifying glass accidentally, you know, hits the sun and catches our seats on fire, we can just yank a lever and extinguish ourselves immediately. So keep us from turning into human chicken nuggets.
What?
Live right about there. Damn. Yeah, it just reminds me of being a kid in the jump seat of an old Ranger. The next part of our fire suppression system is mounting the actual triggering mechanism. Just this little pull job right here, just a little cable. So I whipped up this little bracket that will go right here above both driver and passenger, so we can both easily reach it.
We got our lines for our fire suppression system. We have our fittings. I have a nice little diagram that will make this super simple. All we got to do now is start cutting lines and mounting stuff up. Sharp.
Yeah. You guys are doing great.
Oh yeah, baby. It's like it came from here. All right, it's the last day. We gotta get this truck to California City tomorrow. There's a lot of finishing to do. Seats gotta go back in, steering wheel, all the electronics need to be tidied up. Fire suppression system needs to be finished. The antennas need to be mounted. And we got new tires on our wheels. We got a set of Hankook Dynapro MTs. Hankook is actually the new official tire of Donut.
Nice.
We've got a jam-packed day, hopefully, and hopefully we'll be shredding this thing in the desert within 24 hours.
You sound so confident. Oh, like 15, hopefully.
And you know, when you're just standing there on your phone.
I can't get in here. What do you want me to do?
What do you mean? We both fit in here. Come on in.
Guys welding, throwing sparks everywhere. Just get it in here.
Yeah, just go
Blind
hose
your
yourself
eyes.
down, get wet.
All right, I'll start working on the antenna then. I can't get in there. So this antenna, per the instructions, which I didn't read, says to mount this in the center of the roof. That's called a mistake hole. That's called a hole where I drilled it and then Nolan came in and be like, hey, when you mount the antenna, mount it in the center of the truck. Literally 2 seconds after I finished drilling it. That's just a hole to remind us that friends are great and building cars is fun. This looks absolutely ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Let's slide this sucker in. I'm about to finish mounting our GNSS antenna for our nav, and while I'm here, I'm seeing our little gussets we have right here that Eddie made up. He thinks he can weld better than I can. What? So we're gonna have a welding competition. Who can lay down dimes, or who's gonna lay down fat marshmallow stacks? Mike Day's gonna come in, and he's gonna vote on which one is the best. It's a lot of pressure. Millions of people will see this, Eddie. Millions of people, tons of welders. The welding community is brutal. All right, I pick side.
Be honest, choose the side you want. I want to win fair and square.
I know. That's pretty good. Good-ish. All right, Mike, come on in.
Oh boy.
What are you thinking of this side so far, driver's side?
Like, how about 5 out of 10?
So in half.
5 or 6 out of 10.
Half. 5 out of
I
10,
guess,
middle of
yeah.
the road. 5 out of
I mean,
10,
it's on
middle of the
there.
road.
It's not like a pass-fail. It's on
You're in
there.
school.
Like,
5 out of 10's an F.
That's brutal.
In school, that's a brutal score.
this side was done under more control than that side. I'm gonna guess this was Eddie, and that was Jerry.
It's true.
That's correct.
Do you feel confident in choosing a winner?
A winner? Is there really winning here?
Brutal.
Brutal.
Oh God. And that's how you install a seat gracefully and without making a fool of yourself in front of hundreds of thousands of people. We are getting very close to being done with the interior of the Ranger. We're installing one of my favorite mods here, harnesses, not only because I'm a neurotic worrywart, but also because when you have harnesses in your car, that means it's officially a race car.
It's been a lot of work, 2 weeks basically, of doing stuff to this truck, but we got it all done. We've done our roll cage, we've done seats, we've done steering wheel, we've done comms, we've done GPS. So before we go testing, I think the last thing we should do, I know we're all a little bit fried, but let's see if this thing still runs. We've taken everything apart,
That's a good point.
put it back together under duress.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's make sure it still runs.
Master switch is on.
All right, I have never started this thing.
Oh.
Just hit the start
Yeah,
button.
hold, you
that's
gotta
right.
hold it until it fires. Yeah.
It's gonna
you guys
crank for
ready?
a while.
Building fuel, building fuel. This thing's gonna rip.
Oh my God, dude.
Let's go to the desert.
We're back at the CCTTDD.
California City Trophy Truck Donut Drone.
That's right, we've got a course set up that covers a variety of different terrains. And we've been using this course as a benchmark to measure the improvements that we've made to the Baja Blaster as we've modified it.
But before we see how much faster we are with our 453 horsepower LSX, we're gonna break it in a little bit by testing our communications and navigation system. Now, we've tasked Nolan with coming out here and giving us a course that might be similar to something we'll see during our 500-mile race throughout Mexico. So Nolan, what do you got for us?
Well, if you're not familiar with desert racing, it's typical that before a big race, you do a little thing called pre-running, and that's when you go out on the course and take notes. We're gonna split into two teams. Both teams will take their pre-runners, high and low truck, out on the course, mark waypoints on their maps indicating sharp turns, big rocks, big dips, possibly feral dogs. Then both teams will come back, hop in the Baja Blaster, run the course again, full speed, now with their notes on the GPS. Not only will this let us see who the fastest team is, but also who took the best notes and who communicates best. Like any strong relationship, guys, communication is key.
Okay, we're pre-running, baby. Pre-running.
We gotta follow the blue line that he established, right?
So tell me when I gotta like turn and stuff.
Should we have hand signals?
Well, I am worried about the communication. I mean, we do have the headsets, but we don't have a windshield. So we got a bunch of wind coming at us and an LSX just screaming.
Yeah.
Point.
I think,
Slap me.
we'll sneak away from physical violence, but
Straight away, all right, you can pretty much huck it through here, I think, right? I think we should have a system where it's like 1 through 5, right?
Okay.
Like 5 being you go the fastest,
right.
1 being the slowest.
So while those guys are marking out their waypoints, let me give you a quick rundown of our course. The run starts off with a long straight before hitting a sharp 90-degree turn. Having their waypoints dialed will be important so they don't accidentally run past this turn right here.
All right, slow down. We got a right-hander coming up.
That leads into some long sweeping lefts and rights before sending the teams to do some seriously bumpy terrain.
Yeah, this is a feature we should mark out. You hit that at speed, you're going into this dip.
After a series of long sweeping bends and sharp corners, they'll approach an asphalt road. Here, they'll stop and switch drivers before continuing through the course.
Oh yeah. We'll mark that. Couldn't see that at all.
dude, this is hard to use when it's this bumpy.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The back half of the run is much flatter. This is where we are most likely to reach our top speed, but it does include a few unmarked open spaces through which it might be a little tricky to find the way out. Once they're back on the more defined paths, the course reconnects back to the start-finish line.
Eat my dirt.
You idiots are off course.
I don't know, man.
Doesn't look like it on ours.
We are directly on top of the blue line. Does it show that yours goes over there? Okay, we're off course. We're the idiots. God, I love to hear that. Could you say that again while I record? I'm off course. I'm an idiot. It was pretty smooth. I think Justin and I had a pretty good system.
Yeah.
There's some like roads that are built up, and I could just imagine you turning left, going to that too fast.
Up and over.
Up and over.
We gotta test out that roll cage, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's hop in that truck, guys.
Yeah, let's do it. Good luck.
Let's puke in it.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
3, 2, 1.
Steering wheel is not on straight.
Wow. 80 miles an hour. Oh.
I can't see.
Oh,
We lost throttle. We were running good. Hit a tree. I didn't hit a tree. You ran over that bush. Yeah, but that didn't do that. I think it did. You think so? Yeah.
Of course, Jeremiah's first time driving. It dies.
Yeah. Someone had to be the one to drive it to find the faults.
Find the faults.
I'm the test pilot, dog.
Yeah.
Maybe our alternator's bad. Maybe we weren't getting enough voltage.
Batteries are definitely dead.
Yeah, batteries are dead. Good to find that out here, though.
Yeah, training.
Yeah. And not in the Mexican desert, but up to that point, the truck ran great.
Jump transition.
That only works if you get the shot before.
All right, we are back in the desert, ready to test our comms and navigation systems.
The alternator's all fixed up and it's ready to rip. The ball blaster's good to go.
Now, unfortunately, Jeremiah is not here today to be on my team, so I'll be joined by Nolan instead. Yeah. This is what happens when you go to races all the time. All right, Job, you did not get a chance to drive the truck last time, so how about you hop in there and test out your map that you guys made last time?
Yeah, I don't remember the track at all, so hopefully we took some good notes.
Yeah.
But hey, that sounds good. And by the way, this is how the jump transition works. Whew.
That makes sense. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
She moves. Can you hear me at all? Yeah, okay. I got a turn coming on. Oh yeah, right. Give me numbers, 1 or 2. Yeah, 1.
Looks like they skipped a huge section. Or maybe they just went through that real fast. I mean, the reason it's taking so long to update, you know, normally if you're sharing your location on your phone or something, like that's using cell towers, which are very close together, very fast as well. Whereas this system is using GPS, which uses satellites. So the signal from their truck has to go up to the satellite and bounce back down to us. It's a pricier process, it's a slower process, but it works anywhere in the world, unlike cell towers. Also, the race is days long. A matter of minutes is not that big a deal.
Right.
I wonder if Job's having a good time. Wow, they're flying. Yeah. Holy crap.
Big dip coming. Oh my God.
Oh my God, you can hear it coming. Holy shit. Safely, safely.
All right, buddy. Oh yeah, now I have to do this.
Quarter mile, 1-0. Right here, right here. Oh yeah, yeah baby.
There they go. Dude, they were hauling ass.
On to the home stretch.
Time, all right.
Either you guys are insane, or you might have missed a couple steps.
I don't think so. We got off track in a bad way.
You guys did it in under 16 minutes.
Yes, this thing is a weapon of a
so
car.
much fun.
Oh my God.
But now we get to drive.
Get to it.
Strap you in. I think it's gonna be very close. I think it's gonna all come down to the driver change. I'm gonna trip him. Good. 3, 2, 1, go!
I got pelted with rocks.
Yeah.
Let's get to the checkpoint.
This is your right hand right here. See it. Thank you, thank you. Oh man, it does not like to turn. No. Big dip right here. Big dip. Be careful, yeah.
So this is sort of a microcosm of what we're gonna be doing in Mexico.
Yeah.
A lot of this where Chase truck is meeting and racing to get to the next checkpoint with the truck. So we're doing it once here, which is fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing this for a long time straight.
Long time.
Yeah. It's gonna be a lot.
Wish I had goggles. You alright? Yeah. Something in my left eye. Uh-oh. It's okay. Sorry. We're almost to switch. Yeah, we can do it.
Oh yeah, dude, that thing looks good.
Look at him.
How we doing?
There you go. Alright, that's good. Okay, let's go. Okay, so.
It's cool. I think I've said that 100,000 times.
It doesn't get old every time. Say it again.
It's cool.
It's cool, dude.
Right here. Nice. Very good.
We're at 15 minutes right now. They've got 40 seconds. Oh my God, it's so close. They got 10 seconds to get here and they're right there. Oh my God. Remember this shirt? Well, now you can get it on your head with the Baja Blaster ripping in all its glory. And this sick 3-pack of enamel pins. And what's more, we've got a knife. We've been working on this thing for a while now, so go to shop.donutmedia.com to get you a knife, some pins, a hat, a shirt, whatever you want. Go! Woo!
Yeah, good run, boys.
Damn, that was awesome.
What do you think?
I think I was slower.
16:02.
Oh, 10 seconds.
Yeah, pretty close.
That's not bad.
Rips.
Dude, it's great.
Temps are good.
No weird noises or anything like that.
Dare I say reliable?
Well, let's not go jinx.
Whoa, man. Yo.
All right, guys, well, that was great. We got some reps in as far as navigating and comms, and we've got some learning and some tweaking to do. I think you'd both agree.
Yeah.
But this truck is so much faster now with the LSX in it. I want to know how much faster. So I want to see you do a lap of our original benchmark.
Okay. I mean, if you insist.
I want to see it too. All right, Nolan is about to run the truck on the test track that we've been using as a benchmark since the truck was stock. When it was stock, he ran a 5-minute, 22-second lap, and then when it had the suspension, wheels, and tires upgraded, it ran a 4-minute, 32-second. So now it's gonna be very interesting to see how much faster the truck is with that new LSX in it. I think he should be able to get into the 3s.
Yeah, easily. It's crazy because yes, it's way faster, but it has 0 traction now. You can't just go all the way down. You have to like actually think about what you're doing.
And you're sawing the whole time.
Yeah,
so it's very fun, but we need a little bit more weight on the rear.
Let's go, dude. 3, 2, 1, go! Let's go!
Do I have something on my face?
Okay, so your first time, stock truck.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 22 seconds.
Solid.
Suspension, wheels, and tires, 4 minutes, 32 seconds.
Okay, great.
LSX, suspension, wheels, and tires, and a litany of other things, 3 minutes, 39 seconds.
Whoa, dude. That's crazy.
Every upgrade has done almost an entire minute every time.
Absolutely insane. That truck is so good now. And just to think, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, it was a bone stock piece of crap.
Flat tires.
This thing is an animal, dude. This is an animal. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't seen any videos on this truck, if this is your first time watching Donut, go watch the other videos. I swear they're worth it, even if you already know how this ends up. They're a lot of fun, each and every one of them. Next time, we're putting some body panels on this car so it actually looks like a truck again. So that's gonna be really awesome. Got some awesome KC lights lined up. Maybe we'll get a wrap on it as well. If you have some ideas about what this truck should look like,
yeah, let us know in the comments.
Suggestion box below.
Let us know down below. We'll see you next time.